labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled.
Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's week 1 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
Yo, you weren't so busy nothing. Really? Go ahead.
We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Baltimore Ravens.
I don't know who's gonna mess with him.
Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting out pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And this carries into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting on the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Allow me a second here to gush because in his college career, the only player in NCAA history to rush for over 1,500 yards and pass over 3,500 yards in a season, and he did it twice.
That's pretty good.
It's really good. Yet he only won the Heisman Trophy once.
He's Ravens.
Now Jackson on first down, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams there, they come in bunches.
11 yards there, first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run it. It's Mack.
Good job.
The ball is free.
Good job. Come on, man. The man didn't even go down. What they doing?
They will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
When he picked up the fumble.
Out come the Cardinals and their offense in
Come
great
on,
starting
man,
field position. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on. We know he's not bad at this, but his footwork always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny?
Does it have power? Do you see it come
right
out?
off the top? He's got great
Is it on the screen?
footwork. So this guy is
Or
never
then did you change
satisfied.
the USB port?
Dropped right at the 40.
What you mean you don't know? You know how to switch it from everybody to the PlayStation,
The
right?
defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass out.
Man. You do like cable. You didn't do it. No, you didn't. Is that the one coming from the wall? The one coming from the wall is for the TV. It's still plugged into the PlayStation. To here. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. This is the one you need to unplug. The one coming from the TV goes into the Xbox, and vice versa. And this is why you can't see nothing.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Murray on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. Looking for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
Tied the game up in the Super Bowl, baby, at
21-21. There in the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Took it back for 68 yards to tie the game up at 21-21.
And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete on the throwaway.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Good job, defense. God, look what I'm seeing.
Well, they went with a nickel. They threw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going. Out of bounds.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray a give. This is Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Drake. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Drake. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Murray's going to keep it on the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now from Murray. Now he lets it go deep. That's caught at the 25. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Murray now on 1st down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he is in touchdown, Arizona.
Coming back from
A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the...
And that's good. Ain't that how they do it? When you just talk about it? Tell me about it.
Maybe tell me.
Is that how you told me this? Yeah. Well, yeah, it's true. Right. Oh, I appreciate it. I thank you for telling me, making me aware of where I was on.
No, you don't need to call Carmen. You need to call the warranty people.
But that's no comment, right?
I mean, it's through them, but you got to call that number so they can approve it and you can take it to whatever shop.
What is it? You know?
I think all the papers was in that test.
Why my truck? If it just says accident and what's on my $4,429. Right.
Yes. Infinity did it. Yeah. Come on, move, boy. Get you in here.
Positive, silver lining, you know.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
You
can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he loses the football a second time. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Good job.
Fumble on the play.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
Preseason.
yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Caught left side, Hopkins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of
in so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins.
Well, I didn't throw that way I wanted to. I still was getting ready to go down the center. Tight end would have been good, but I'm going to see who was double cover, so yeah, I was still getting ready to
On
go
the perimeter.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
on the carry. Patrick Queen on the tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down. That's the end of the first quarter.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The quarterback
And
is
maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right
It
defensively.
could be, yeah, let me see. Oh. You remember what you did with the papers?
I thought it was in over there.
Then you put it in the closet in the bag? It might be in that bag in there, but I thought we had put all them together in the drawer.
on, catch it, ball. I can't run into the car. No, look. At least I got
All right, we back. Let's see if we can try to get this game wrapped up,
It's really
man.
been a first
Let's
half
deal
to
with some.
forget.
I use at home right quick. Fourth and 7, so we gonna take this field
So
goal.
look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down the
Good
middle.
job, baby. Good
And the
job. We
lead will
can't kick now.
grow. It's
We
now
the meter not
17-0.
going. And disappearing,
Ravens nothing.
which really almost cost me the Super Bowl.
And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
25 yards.
The Ravens ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Oh, see,
Just a
man,
yard
brought
on the
his
pickup
ass
there
back
to
in the
bring
game.
up a second
They
and
put him on
9.
the bench.
Every now and then we have
They
one
might cut
cliche
the old
football
boy.
partner, and in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now it's the backup Simeon. That would complete to Crochet. And he will have the Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the option, he'll try and run with it. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 3. At the Cardinals, 40.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll only get a yard to bring up
Yeah,
31.
dude.
Just
Yeah,
not
you
a whole lot of room to operate.
All right,
there
I'm
on
going to come over
carry.
there.
No, not at all. They did
All
a
right.
really nice
Yeah.
job of staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
We do.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Off the draw, here's Hill. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and...
He was a 2nd-round pick. Many scouts thought he could have gone higher than that.
And I was one of them. Even though I don't scout for any particular team, I had a 1st-round grade on him. And frankly, I'm surprised he lasted to the 2nd round. They got a steal with this player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run. It's Dobbins. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
That's good for another Baltimore.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw, Simeon. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold it. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Huntley. That's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down, Huntley got a man, that's Trent Sherfield, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Huntley. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Malik Harrison. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Huntley, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. The big fella, he's at the 40.
The pass. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
fumble recovery. Simeon. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
For the field goal, a 31-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll head down. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping.
All right, let's see if we can get back to this.
Halftime.
Let's go.
Let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3.
We can finish this game.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, really
That's the relief
like
that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Holding offense.
Bullshit.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Yeah.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Delayed game offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still 1st down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Edmonds. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Huntley. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll run with Edmonds. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Back to the ground on first down.
Man,
Edmonds
that's telling you
down
how to
right
get the
around the
plateau. You have some
25.
issues there.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still second down.
Well, how long you gonna be? Because you know I'm getting ready to leave at 5:30. Babe, I always leave at 5:30. What are you talking about? We start at 6:30. Last time you had me late, I ain't leave till almost 6 o'clock. And I had to go stop and get that what's it called? Yep. Hurry up, ugly.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On third down, Huntley. And finally,
what a catch, boy. What a catch.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a 1st down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense.
What a catch and what a
throw.
throw.
To give up a reception, you just kind of shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the 1st.
I'm loving these receivers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And he will get in.
Good job.
Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from a yard out.
Good job, baby.
Cardinals push further out in front.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And the lead is up to 18 now. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Zane Gonzalez to kick
now
off.
After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the goal.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, baby. I'm loving this defense, baby.
Unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets
Payow, baby, payow.
Guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Simeon. That's into the hands of Prochet. And they work this well upfield across the 40.
Into the head too much time. You don't work on that front line.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
An option handoff here to Dobbins. And nowhere really to go there.
You trade, boy, I'm liking you, baby. I'm liking you. You handling business.
So it's 2nd and 9.
That boy not letting nothing run through there.
It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if The legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back
Oh, Lord, you with the damn Ravens? Oh, shit, the Ravens is stacked.
So it's back to 3rd and 10. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Simeon. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
Oh, y'all let me get that first.
Down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Out of the gun, Simeon. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
Oh, come on, Jones.
Slow to get up here is
I need you to stay healthy, baby.
The last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
All right, you're not going to log on. Okay. Let's see it.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Carrier.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
That's good for another.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Tackle made there by Robert Alford.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Simeon. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, Simeon. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
She's talking about defense. She's talking about baby.
Ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
I don't know, baby. We need to cancel PayPal. I don't know why you still fool with that shit.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, this from 37.
What's he act like now?
Tucker's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
Makes the score Cardinals 24, Ravens 9.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Really did.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Why not when ain't nobody going to be seeing it in there?
13, it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Edmonds. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew
about this could have been my pool table room right here.
Defenders in the box coming after them,
Right here.
trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Forced out to his
What is this guy doing?
anywhere to go with it.
In there.
Well, they go play
We do. I'm not saying we don't.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
I'm glad I didn't throw it there. I couldn't see none of that.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. First down, Simeon. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. This drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 32-yard.
Simeon. That one into the hands of Kane. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Really good. I'm not even trying to watch you.
On first and 10, Simeon. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
I was saying, might have been watching you.
Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Simeon. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
The Ravens on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Open man is Duvernay. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Simeon on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Throwing again is Simeon. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back.
Shoot him ball. What you the ball?
Now a
I ain't
first
thinking what I said. What you the ball?
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards.
And wherever you had him at. It was my own keys.
For a second there, I thought that might break big.
What you done
Screen
ordered?
pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked
Huh?
like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Your little ass done ordered something you ain't a business.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
No, I don't.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him
No,
to
you're
get it out
not.
of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors
See what?
don't help you.
Who said? Oh, yeah, I see that.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
I guess.
Again, they run with Edmonds. And he's going to have to
It
protect
don't matter. I mean, I gave you my key, mine. I got a key to come to the front door.
behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tough.
It doesn't
3rd
matter.
down and 9.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
You got it. We need a check. You.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively.
Yeah, we try to let you out.
Time to talk it over. This is Johnson. He's got it. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. To Edmonds on the toss. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Jordan now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
You can't. I got the
Couldn't
key.
get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
That's on you,
Ravens
Archie.
now down on the scoreboard. And
We got plenty of
a
time.
huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night.
Tell you
and now
what,
they
let me
need to
come
find
put your
2
butt
scores
on
late
me.
to try to pull this thing out.
Really?
Telephone.
What they say? Wow. Well, we know that already. Let me cut you.
On first down, it's Simeon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Come on. Let me let you out.
You know what I love? They have a picture of the Jasmine.
That's what was in the.
I know, that's what I'm saying. In the
Oh.
book, they have a picture of all the Jasmine. That's why I say they had so many pictures. They probably just ran through them pictures. Like, there's too many pictures. Let me just. That's why I went to the pictures. Garage door.
What are you doing? Huh? What about it? I gave it to I put on the vessel. You got some serious issues. What? You going with your mama? Alright, guess we can try to finish this game. Shit.
Simeon's pass. Complete to Deion King.
To throw again on second down. Simeon, he gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they
Good
get
job,
it down
baby, good
before
job.
it takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
15 more yards.
Oh, there's that man again, it's complete. And he'll
You
go out
fine?
of bounds
I tried
after
to
taking
bust
it a
him.
little further down
So,
inside the
anyway.
40. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Simeon throwing again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. We're going to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive. Okay. About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look what it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Who is out? Who is out? Come on. Well, they gave the faggot the tip.
After review of the play,
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Oh, this should have been
The
big.
throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They snap it to Simeon. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Good job.
Picked off
Good
by the
job.
They're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, I'm loving y'all defensive effort, baby. Yes.
We're talking about what offenses
Loving
did
it.
and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense.
Well, I'm
the
gonna like
entire
you,
ball
boy.
game.
I'm gonna
That's
like
why they
you,
walked out of there
Johnson.
with a victory.
And they're
Yes,
going to walk
sir.
out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Let's get on out of here. We don't need no injuries. Let's go.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be
Good
able to
job,
beat
baby. Good job. Champs out, baby. Champs out.
Arizona Cardinals, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing